Hello. How y'all doing? Okay, so this is the rule. I'm about to show my face real quick. I don't know what kid might pop up. It's 11 o'clock. My Tyler might be popping up because he always do. He always do. It's cool, but he just need to see his mom. I can talk to y'all, but he should be coming out here soon. You might hear it. You might hear that in like a few minutes, but if y'all don't, that means a good thing. It might be a good thing, okay? But some typically, like if he knows that I'm still up, he's gonna be, okay, I'm like, I don't know if y'all was in my life earlier, but my son, he howls. He does he does things that makes me wonder if he was like, I know I know there's not such thing as afterlife. Well, it might be, but to me, I just don't want to think of something like that, right? Good evening. Um, but he does like like he howls like woo. Like if he's just quiet and he just needs something to do, he'll howl. I'm like, or he know he's in trouble. He'll put his head on your thigh like he needs you to pat it. And I'm like, boy, you're not a dog. But I think, and now that was before. That was probably about, I give it about, he's two. He started that like early, late one, and then it kind of stopped. And but now he's like embracing you with a smile. He knows your seriousness, and it was so funny today. He was trying to put the stuff on the tree because I'm like, yo, let's put this tree up because if we don't put this tree up, it's not going to be put up, okay? And so I put the tree up, and I don't know if y'all remember last year my theme was black and white, checker, plaid, and I'm doing that this year. But next year, I'm seriously thinking about saving some little coins after Christmas and buying me two. I want a gold tree and maybe a white tree. I want the gold tree to be for the girls and the white tree to be for the boys. I really want that. I don't know why, but I do. I want that. But in the meantime, that's what it is. So let me just tell y'all about what happened to me today, right? So I was going on live and I leave about the same time to go pick up my kids at their bus stop. Okay. Their bus stop is at um how I like to describe it is their school is so there's I'm so thankful they have a bus system, right? And but instead of like going into your neighborhoods, they stop at like a Piggly Wiggly or they stop at a CVS. They stop at a certain location. So so today, now y'all, I know the schedule. I'm not retarded. So the bus driver, for some odd reason, he called and said, "Hey, I've been here for 15 minutes," and I said, "There's no way that he's been there for 15 minutes. That's telling me that, I'm thinking that it's like a group of kids that's like left behind." But no, it was my two kids, and this bus driver completely lied, and he said that he's been there for 15 minutes. I said, no, there's no way that you be there 15 minutes because I pulled up in the parking lot at 4:08. Yes, I speed, y'all, mind y'all business. So, because where my job is, it literally takes me 10 minutes to get to the bus stop. And then, yes, no, they did not drop them off. So, it takes about 10 minutes. So I know that. I know what lights to go, I know what area to avoid. to get my babies. So, more of the story is the kids went back. Y'all, why did I beat that bus driver from the 4 o'clock traffic that we have, and that they're doing road constructions and everything imaginable at this time? I beat him, and I'm really heated at this moment. I'm like, where's my kids at? Now, he didn't pull up into the parking lot until 4:45. Now, if he was so in a rush to get to school, I would assume that he would be at school. You get what I'm saying? Why did you have to take the kids to a field trip? I just don't understand it. So now, as I am furious, I'm calling the school. Now, I'm not going to fuss him out. I'm just going to be really nice and gently. Um, my kids should be released off that bus. You know what I'm saying? And I told my kids, I said, why y'all didn't get off the bus? Oh, he didn't allow us. Oh, that's kidnapping. Oh, he didn't. That's kidnapping. Cause y'all don't understand the anxiety that you will have. Like now, like what is taking this man so long? He was basically in a rush of getting um to get back to school, and I beat him. Yeah, and if you was waiting 15 minutes and you told me that you waited 15 minutes, and I know that bus gets there at 4:15, I could see if I was there at 4:15. But no, I was there at 4:08. Y'all mind y'all business. But anyway, I got my kids. They're great. They're happy. But they was pretty drained. They was like, hold up, this is draining. I was like, next time y'all take our bus off the bus and somebody else is not there. I'm just being honest as possible. They not there, because our typical bus driver is really laid back. She sits and wait for all the students because one, some parents don't have transportation like that, and that's understandable. And then on top of that, some parents are stuck in traffic just like me, and I really wasn't stuck in traffic. I just, I work and then I have to come there. But moral of the story is I'll probably leave a little bit earlier from now on because that was a ordeal. Okay. I don't know if anybody had that weird anxiety, like where's my kid at? Where's my kid at? Where's my kid at? Now I feel the anxiety of parents that tells me that their children got on the wrong bus. Like I feel that anxiety. Gosh, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny because I think that is like the thing that most kids have to. I would say my worst nightmare is like for example, my axle get on the wrong bus, and that'd be my worst fear. That is my worst fear, like my worst fear. But y'all, let's get into my thumbnail. Y'all, I was talking to my dad yesterday. Was it yesterday? I was talking about the Bible, right? And we're not like over religious, as obviously we're not over religious people, but we have the sense of what is that? The sense of discernment when it comes to God. We are very sensitive to that topic, right? So we don't play around with that. But my Jazzy, yeah, this is a giggle. Now I'm gonna tell you this, my Jazzy. Like, I don't care who anybody says. If you keep on making content like this, you'll never have to worry about Medusa surpassing you. I'm just being honest. I'm not a cheerleader for Medusa. I'm not a cheerleader for Jazzy. But I'm just saying, if you don't want this girl to surpass you, keep making these videos. Keep making these videos. Don't stop. Don't talk about her. Don't even talk about Chris. Don't talk about the sisters. Don't. Eventually, her tea's gonna dry out. Okay, y'all. I'm just waiting for Medusa's tea to dry out because it's kind of redundant. It's just is useless now. To me, it's useless. So when I see people, even if you're my favorite content creator, reactor, and you talking about Medusa, I probably won't be watching. I'll give you your thumbs up. But Medusa is it's not any great tea. Okay. It's no great tea. And that's just my personal opinion. But Jazz, keep on making these videos because you was actually hilarious and you have a good talent. You got good talent with the camera. So keep making these like silly videos. So y'all, let's get into why I said TD Jake's Jazz. All right. So Jazz is sitting there talking about, she said, "Oh, I just read the Bible and I just did not know. I'm assuming she didn't know where to go." Okay. So she told us the page number, not the book, not the scripture, nothing like that. She just told us the page that she was on. This girl said she was on page 265. You know what? Yeah, that's the reason why I said, Jazz, keep doing your videos because you are very entertaining at this moment, okay? You are super entertaining because when she said, "I read page 265," now we know how big the Bible is. We know the Bible comes in many different shapes and different numbers. But I'm like, I'm so glad. I am so glad you're not hosting no Bible study because you're not going by the name of the book or the scripture, or you didn't even tell us nothing. You just told us the page number. Like we all got the same Bible you got, and we know exactly where you're going to go to read the Bible. See, you can tell people don't know much about nothing, okay? And that's real life. Be honest with you, when you start working, most people don't know life until they start hanging out with people that have a little more experience. Like when you have a person at your job that have a little bit more life than you, like they've been somewhere, they know stuff, they have they was ejected to different cultures, foods. They they're the way that they can you rub elbows with them as should be always a icing and never a competition, never should never be that. When some people know more than you, it's okay to just be quiet and listen so you can be able to learn. That's like the golden rule of success, right? I think so. That is very beautiful to me. If I don't know about finance, I'm not going to overtalk this person that does know about finance. And I'm just telling him nothing but how I feel. Okay. But Jazz, when you get it on here and you don't know who is watching, who is inspired by you, and that you don't know what Christian person is looking at your page, and you're saying day of rest, and you said 265, girl. I'm not trying to say I know that in the Bible it talks in the Bible they do talk about day of rest in multiple scriptures, okay, but how did you interpret it, the day of rest? Because that should be very important. Like, how did you interpret it? You just said day of rest. Like, so what did you get out of it, TD Jakes? I mean, Jazz, what is it? I never understood why you would tell somebody the page instead of the scripture or instead of the book, because Exodus beat up your beat your head in about the Sabbath and day of rest. But I know it's not on 265. All right. Genesis, they talked about on the seventh day, God, well, I'm sorry, God had a day of rest. So again, you're just coming on here just talking for kicks and giggles. And on top of that, you making everybody confused with the page 265. People going to go to their Bible right now because of you, and they're going to be looking at 265. And that their 265 might be the story of um, Ruth and her mother-in-law. I mean, you never know. So I don't understand why you would say that. But again, you just need to feel like you're doing something other than being my Jazzy life. Jazz, I said it before. It's no shade. You want to know the Bible, you might have to start from scratch. And that is the Kitty Bible. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I grew up reading the Kitty Bible. You know, the Bible stories, the or deli bread. Was it deli bread? Was it deli? Dairy. Gosh, I can't even get it right. Hold on. One, two, three, four. Let me say it one more time. All right. Dairy, deli. I'm trying to say deli, dairy, dairy. See, it's not coming out, y'all. Deli. I'm trying to say dairy. It's not coming out. It's aggravating the side of me. Something bread, okay? I can spell it. Daily. Bread. Okay. I can spell it, but it's not coming out right. My daily. Daily. I'm still trying to say daily. Dairy. Um, God, my dairy. Y'all, I'm giving up right now. It's aggravating me. Bread. You go read one of those. And you can go to your local church. They have them. And that's where you start. But I think your best bet is a book with pictures in it. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing, I promise you. If you get one of those books, okay, and you read. But Jazz, you was looking in the camera like my my son just watched Good Burger, and when I so he was just telling me about Good Burger too, and when I saw Jazz reading the Bible, it looked like she was like, I know some of these words. You know some of those words to do, but gosh, I'm still trying to say it in my brain, but I'm gonna get it right for the end of this live. So at the end of the day, my Jazzy life, you don't have to start from scratch. Okay, it's nothing wrong with it. I mean, there's some kids right now they got to start from scratch. You know, their book is Hop on Pop. You know, they can't read Game of Thrones right now. It's okay. They got to get stuck with one fish, two fish, blue fish, red fish. You know, it's okay. I'm not knocking you, but it's the comprehension that you need. You need the Bible. Or maybe you might just need to listen to it on YouTube. Because, they got YouTube. Anybody can put anything on YouTube and there be people watching it, right? Go on YouTube and Take a book. Like, you might need to read Genesis, not 265. You might need to read Genesis. But you read Genesis, and then you might find you a scripture when you read that little book called DB. My dairy. I'm trying to say it, y'all. It's not coming out. I promise you, I'm not slow. Gosh, it's killing me right now. So when you go and you read that, when you go read that, whatever, you will, you will enjoy it. It won't be a fakeness, it won't be a fakeness. But you keep it up, TG Jasmine. Keep it up, darling. You will prosper. I will say you will prosper because you'll make some very great videos if you keep on making these these 20-second Bible attempts of Bible study. I mean, just saying. Anyway, I'm not trying to be funny. This is just me. Jess, why would you want to share something so intimate and so, yeah, and I can only talk for myself. Like, God is it's so personal. Not like you're ashamed of him, that you can't talk about him in public or make videos of you worshiping or you're studying. Not like that. But Jazz, you're not there. And I'm gonna just say it's okay. Everybody's not there, right? We know that. But to me, I would say I would want to have that to be one intimate moment that I can share for myself. I can learn, I can fear, you know, I can see how far this goes. Because, be honest with you, we're gonna just talk. I'm just talking. We all know that there's something that's causing us to yearn for a higher power, God, if you believe in God, Jesus, if you believe in Jesus, Muhammad, whatever. We all know that is something higher that we want, we're yearning for. Um, and we always want, I'm assuming that now, majority of us done everything under the sun within the last 10 years. We did anything and everything under the sun. Um, our good times are really not as good times anymore. It's because we're always wanting more. People always want more. Why you think so many people, you know, club hop? Because they want more. They want more from that experience. And people will club hop at church too because they want more of whatever. They want more of the okay to sin. They want more of the entertainment. They want more of the sugar coating, the lukewarm. They want more something. You know what I'm saying? And I applaud you if you're actually doing this Bible, that's reading. I applaud you because it's hard and it's not easy to come out here and tell people, hey, I want to take a different approach of life. I want to study the Bible. It's hard. So I am going to give Jasmine some little stamps, some little hearts because I know it's hard. It is. And sometimes, like you said, if you don't know where you need to go, you probably need to pray because Satan will take you anywhere. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not slow, I'm not crazy. Satan will play in your mind and take you everywhere. And that Bible is a playground. if you allow Satan to come in your way. So you always have to pray before you open that Bible. I'm so sorry to let people know this. I always pray because, if you're not um, suited up, even if you're at the house reading the Bible, playing praise and worship, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all a funny story. Um, I don't like praise and worship. Um, because I feel like I lost the 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 I lost something recently, and praise and worship is never my thing. It's never my thing. I never understood why we're doing praise and worship, right? And this is just real talk. Until I realized that when you go in the house with the Lord, you're not. It's not about self. It's about other people. So when you doing praise and worship, you're you're putting that energy into your neighbor. You're putting that energy into the atmosphere so the message can get clear. Y'all, when I tell you praise and worship used to be so boring to me when I went to church, now I'm still feeling that way too. Um, after I say after 3 songs, don't try to add extra words to it. Don't yes, I'm that person. Don't add extra words to a praise and worship. It says this and it's the end. Don't be adding, that you was an alcoholic and you came through. That's not what the words are, okay? But if you are, and a lot of people, they're always searching. We're always searching. Trust me, we're living in a time that, not just a time, I don't like to use that. We're living in an era that we're no longer satisfied with anything. How many times have people went out to a restaurant and you were still hungry? And you might say, girl, that's me all the time. And no matter how big your meal was, you were still hungry because you're never satisfied. We just became an era that we are never satisfied. I didn't realize my addiction to my phone is when a couple of years ago I was on the phone eating dinner with my kids and I was playing and then I looked up, they was gone. And of course they should be gone. But I was like, man, they they they're packed up. There was no laughter. They were just eating. And I was like, wow, I need to slow down on my phone. So when dinner time, I never answer it. When it's my kids' time, I don't have the cell phone. I don't. Mm-mm, I don't. Um, my boss, she kind of get upset because she don't have access to me, and I'm like, no, you can call me on my job number too. So I try not to have too much access to anything. But anybody out here that is like, and I think sometimes we have to ask people, if you're ashamed or you uncertain, or I will touch and agree with you and say, you got this. So if you need a higher situation and you need and filling this void of emptiness, because sometimes we are walking, we're empty. So if you want to discover, you want to too. I touch and agree with you. I cut up a lot. Just know this, but I know that sometimes church talk or religion talk is never cool. People don't want that, but it's not what you want. It's what people need. And hey, I know we talked about Jazz, and it's not even about necessarily her per se. It's more about trying to help somebody else too, because she's not the only. I won't never pick on her about the Bible. I won't. Um, I would say that when you haven't done it, it's a relationship. It's not what it looks great for you to be talking about reading the Bible. It's a relationship. And believe it or not, majority of our relationships will never work because we don't have a relationship with God. I said it. That's me too. Okay. I'm preaching to myself. If you can't have a relationship with God, how are you going to have a relationship with another person? That's real talk. But y'all, I am about to go because it's 12 o'clock. Okay. And before I know it, I blink my eyes. I'm asleep. Next minute, I blink. It is 5:45. It's time for me to get up. And I can't stand that. Okay. But y'all have a good night. And I'll talk to y'all later.